The year is 1916. Darkness falls over the Western Front, and the trenches are alive with tension. For soldiers, night means listening. Every sound could signal danger. The enemy is invisible, hidden by the landscape and the night. Survival depends on hearing. The faint drone of an aircraft, the throb of a submarine, the distant boom of artillery. In this industrial war, listening became a weapon. Soldiers faced threats they couldn't see, artillery from miles away, bombers in the night, submarines beneath the waves. To counter these, a new kind of soldier emerged, the sound warrior. His tools were microphones, listening horns, and stethoscopes pressed to the earth. Amid the chaos of battle, these listeners searched for vital clues. Their challenge: isolate crucial sounds from the noise and turn them into intelligence. This is the story of the scientists, engineers, and soldiers who fought a secret war with sound. Their crude experimental devices gave the Allies an edge, helping them see in the dark and fight back against invisible enemies. The sound warriors changed the course of the war, using their ears as weapons. By mid-war, artillery ruled the battlefield, hidden and deadly. Soldiers couldn't see or reach these guns, only their devastating shells revealed their presence. Traditional spotting failed. Observation balloons and forward scouts were too vulnerable or ineffective. The solution? If you can't see the guns, hear them. This idea sparked the birth of sound ranging, pioneered by minds like British physicist William Lawrence Bragg. When a gun fired, its sound wave rippled outward at the speed of sound. By placing microphones along the front, each would pick up the bang at a slightly different time. Measuring these tiny differences allowed teams to triangulate the gun's location. It was acoustic math, using time of arrival arcs instead of sight lines. This method let armies see with their ears, pinpointing hidden artillery. Suddenly, the invisible enemy could be found and targeted. Sound ranging transformed the battlefield, giving the Allies a new way to fight back. The race to hear the enemy first became a matter of survival. The era of acoustic warfare had begun. Turning sound-ranging theory into practice was a technical feat. Teams set up 6 microphones along a baseline, each connected by wire to a dugout command post. These microphones, protected in pits, captured the shock wave of a distant gun. Their signals fed into a string galvanometer which recorded the exact moment each microphone detected the blast. The result? A strip of film with 6 wavy lines, each marking the gun's sound arrival. Operators measured the time differences between the lines, down to hundredths of a second. Factoring in wind, temperature, and humidity, they performed rapid calculations. On a map, they drew intersecting curves, hyperbolas, based on these measurements. Where the curves met, the enemy gun was revealed, often within 50 yards. Within minutes, coordinates were relayed to Allied artillery for a precise counterattack. It was a blend of bravery, physics, and quick thinking, turning sound into a weapon. The battlefield was mapped by ear, and the hidden guns lost their advantage. Sound ranging changed the war overnight. Allied forces could now locate and destroy enemy artillery with precision. German gun crews, once invisible, became vulnerable the moment they fired. This psychological shift gave the Allies a crucial edge. In battles like Messines and the 100 Days Offensive, sound ranging allowed for devastatingly accurate counter-battery fire. The work was perilous. Microphone posts were exposed and teams risked their lives repairing lines under fire. The Germans tried to adapt, firing from multiple positions or at once to confuse listeners. But Allied systems, especially Bragg's, proved superior. The cat-and-mouse game of acoustic warfare became a quiet arms race. The sound warriors' efforts saved lives and helped turn the tide on the Western Front. As artillery was tamed, a new threat emerged from the sky: German Zeppelins and bombers. These night raiders were nearly invisible, and anti-aircraft guns fired blindly. Once again, the answer was to listen. Early warning posts strained to catch the distant drone of engines, giving cities precious minutes to prepare. Simple horns and stethoscopes evolved into giant acoustic locators, mechanical ears that amplified faint sounds. Operators, wearing headphones, rotated these devices to pinpoint the direction of incoming aircraft. Their skill could mean a 15-minute warning for London, enough to scramble fighters and sound alarms. Distinguishing friend from foe by sound alone, these listeners became the first line of air defense. Their work was vital, pioneering the concept of early warning systems. In the darkness, the war for the skies was fought by ear. The need for better air defense led to even stranger inventions: acoustic mirrors. These massive concrete dishes lined the English coast, focusing distant engine sounds onto a single point. Operators, often scientists or unfit soldiers, became expert listeners, detecting bombers up to 20 miles away. Alongside the mirrors, mobile horn arrays grew more sophisticated, using multiple operators to determine both direction and elevation. Weather and terrain limited accuracy, and the system couldn't measure altitude or speed. Still, acoustic detection was the best early warning available before radar. These devices formed a chain of listening posts, creating an acoustic barrier for London. Despite their limitations, they were a crucial step in air defense technology. The era of listening mirrors and giant horns paved the way for radar. The battle for the skies was now a contest of sound and science. Beneath the waves, German U-boats threatened Allied shipping with stealth and deadly torpedoes. The Royal Navy turned to sound for help, developing hydrophones, underwater microphones, to detect submarines. Operators listened for the faint thrum of engines or propellers, often in tense silence. Early hydrophones were passive, giving only a rough direction. Arrays of hydrophones guarded harbours and convoys, alerting ships to lurking threats. The breakthrough came with active acoustics, ASDIC, or sonar. Ships sent out a ping and listened for the echo, revealing a submarine's distance and bearing. For the first time, U-boats could be hunted with precision. Though primitive, ASDIC laid the foundation for modern anti-submarine warfare. The silent war at sea became a battle of echoes and listening. The sound warriors of World War I fought with headphones and ingenuity, not rifles. Their work demanded focus, technical skill, and courage under fire. They turned human senses and simple technology into powerful weapons. Their legacy lives on. Modern counter-battery systems, radar, and sonar all trace their roots to these pioneers. The Great War forced innovation, weaponizing sound to survive. These men proved that listening could be as powerful as any gun. Their quiet heroism saved lives and changed warfare forever. Sometimes, the best way to fight the invisible is to listen more carefully.